at this. Advanced speed of light. The Quran speak about speed of light. You believe it? The gravity, it's in the Quran too. The ants, wingless ants, are all females. You believe it? The Quran says that. Human embryo, brain functions in the Quran. Pyramid in the Quran. Age of universe in the Quran. Arithmetics in the Quran. Everything in the Quran. But if you examine one of them, you will die from laughing. And this is my challenge to the Muslims. Who of you Muslims right now will give me a call and choose the hardest of those to refute? Look how many. Look. Even the atoms in the Quran, you believe it? The atoms. The atom in the Quran? Are you sure? Are you sure? I am really convinced that I will find the atoms in the Quran. So who is the Muslim when I call us and tell us why Allah is a true God? I'm just trying to find a reason. I say loud and clear in front of all the Muslims who they are watching us right now, every single article written here is a big scam. And my challenge to you to show me one of them is not a scam. Who is the Muslim when I give us a call? You see, I'm not going to choose my cherries and say, oh, I'm going to talk about this one, unless you force me to. If nobody called, then I have to choose. Who is the Muslim when I call us and tell us which one he believe is the most amazing scientific topic can prove to us that the Quran is a book of God? They know very well that this is a scam. It is a scam. You know, as an example here, this is like an easy one just to show you the scam. If you look here, it says the ants. Wingless ants are all females. What? Okay, and the Quran spoke about that? Yes, brother. The Quran spoke about that. Let me show you the reference. All right, I want to see the reference. You know, I mean, I cannot wait to get the reference. All right. All male ants have wings. All worker ants are females. All ants do not have wings are definitely females. This was only known recently, but 1400 years ago in the Quran addressed ants who cannot fly in female mood. I like it, the female mood thing. Is that like a mood? And let me show you how stupid the one, not only how actually they are not stupid, they are smart. They are trying to fool you because you don't speak Arabic. It says, chapter 27, verse number 18, enter when they come upon the valley of ants. My brother, once I was walking down street, la 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 la, and I arrived to the valley of ants. I mean, from the beginning, the story, it's about fiction and stupidity. Have you ever heard there is a valley? It's called the Valley of Ants. I mean, who is the stupid crazy here? The Valley of Ants. Why? There is not even one spot in this earth. There's no ants in it. Just put some sugar somewhere and you will see the ant immediately there. What do you mean the Valley of Ants? Is that the state of ants? The United States of Ants, and the president is a Trumpo, the ant, the bigger ant. This is a fiction story stolen from the legends of the Jews, and the dummy Muhammadan, they think this is a true story. It's about Solomon, who have a flying carpet according to Islam, who have a flying horse according to Islam, who control the genie. They have a ring in his hand, like the Lord of the Ring. He controlled the genies, he controlled the world by the magic, the black magic. And now Suleiman is approaching the valley of the ants. And look what happened. One of the ants, an ant said, for female, and they cite to you here, qalat, O ants, enter your homes, so that you do not be crushed by Solomon and his soldier while they do not feel it. And read with me carefully. For the word said, qala, for males. Qalat is for females. The Quran use female. I mean, you see, guys, I mean, sometimes I feel like I want to shoot myself in the head. You idiot. In Arabic, we have only one word for ants. We don't have male ants, we don't have female ants. And that word is a namla, which means it's a female. The word itself, it's a female, which means when we speak about ants, it doesn't matter if it's a male or a female, we say namla. Do you see how they fool you? So it's very normal to say qalat, for this is a female ant as a word, not the ant itself is the female. Do you see how they lie to you? The Arabic language, most of the insect are used, or the name for them is females. So it's very normal to say qalat, for the word after it, it's a female word. The word is a female, not the insect. As an example, what is the word for bees? Nahla. But doesn't matter if it's a male or female, but the word nahla is a female word. But doesn't mean that the bees itself, which is described by that word, is a female. This is how they lie to you, and they made a miracle about a stupid fiction story. Only donkeys will believe in it. Uh, uh, I love it when the Chinese, they said he left as a donkey, he never came back as a horse. And this is the situation for the Abdul. So look how they fabricate a scientific miracle. I mean, how Allah he knew that this is a female ant? I mean, are you kidding me? This is must be God. This is must be God. They will not tell you the truth that this is the word is used for all ants in Arabic, with no exception. I'm not sure when the last time an Arab guy he checked the balls of the ants. So we start to recognize them by their balls. And this is why actually the animals, the insect, they are called by one name, because you cannot, for a human being, it's very hard to, unless you are a scientist, to recognize which one is the female and which one is the male. I mean, for a dog, we can tell easy. For a cat, we can tell easy. But for an insect, I mean, you have to be a specialist to know. So this is the Arabic word used for both male and female. And I challenge any Muslim who speak Arabic to call me right now and say I'm wrong. What a bunch of liars. Now let me show you something. As long as we are talking about ants, here I notice they are talking about the atoms. The atoms in the Quran. Are you sure? Yes, brother. You see it, the atoms? Brother, the atoms, the atoms. Do you see it? Here we go. It's in the Quran. The fact the Quran never used the word atoms, it used the word dharra, and the word dharra is an ant.